Innovating Education Learning World in association with WISE, an initiative of Qatar Foundation.
Student-centered education, where pupils have their say on what they learn, is a more open approach to learning that is gaining momentum around the world. It also encourages teachers to think outside the box about their relationship with their students. Students making up their own rules may sound like a recipe for mayhem, but the staff at the Summerhill school in the south of England say it can have a positive impact. They say the pupils are free to do whatever they want. But is that really the case? Let's find out.
Be yourself, be yourself always.
Summerhill was founded by A.S. Neil in 1921 with the idea that children should be free to decide what lessons to go to, or even to decide not to go to any of them at all.
Be yourself, be yourself, be yourself. Be yourself, be yourself.
If someone else controls your time and your own and your actions, then you're not as much developing it as an authentic person and as an authentic learner. And if you watch children over a period of time here, they do make choices that are really right for them at a time.
Be yourself, be yourself. Be yourself.
At Summerhill, creative arts and manual skills like carpentry have the same status as academic subjects like maths and science.
Be yourself, be yourself.
Well, at state school it's a lot different, you know. You've got all your lessons, you've got every lesson after one another. The people at state schools are a lot different. They care about themselves a lot more, almost. But here it's just like you care about each other because we're like a big family.
Some children are boarders and others are day pupils. Ages range from 6 to 18.
Be yourself, be yourself.
Almost everything that you see in conventional education is kind of turned upside down on its head when you come to Summerhill. The core philosophy of Summerhill has to be freedom for the individual, and that would include whether you're adults or pupils.
But freedom doesn't mean anarchy at Summerhill.
I think it's the best thing for a kid is that a kid could, like, I don't know, grow up in freedom, or, like, I don't know, grow up how he likes, learn his own way.
I'm bringing Orson up for throwing my book in the bin.
Orson, I think, is innocent, by the way, because I was there when it happened.
I'm proposing that he gets 10% for not being here.
The weekly meetings are where everything is discussed and voted on. Everyone has a vote, and no one's vote counts for more than anyone else's.
That's carried. 50%.
But achievement isn't everything at Summerhill. As A.S. Neil said, we would rather the school produced a happy street cleaner than a neurotic scholar.
Who's scared of it? The general public is scared of Summerhill because it pushes the boundaries of what people expect from child rearing and schools and education. Almost everything that you see in conventional education is kind of turned upside down on its head when you come to Summerhill. We don't need to be taught to learn, because if you watch small children, you see them babies, they learn to walk, they learn to talk. We have a quest to learn. We have a quest to do the basic things that we need to learn about. I think one of the difficulties in society is that some of the things children are expected to learn are not natural things for them to learn. It may not be natural for them to learn about mathematics or history. I mean, it may be, but it may not be. So it's really important that individuals can choose the path they want to follow, because we all know that when we're motivated to learn, when we want to learn, we will learn faster and we will learn better. So trying to teach children subjects which they have no interest in at all, and probably never will have, is, in our view, a waste of time, a waste of energy, a waste of patience. And if you allow a child to go along a course that they've chosen, then they have that fire, they have that interest. I want to learn that, I'm fascinated by that.
And we have different multiple entry points for learning. So if someone doesn't want to do a particular kind of thing at the age of 10, but would rather do it at 12, that's not an issue. And our numbers are so small as well that it's very easy for people to pick up and learn things. The other thing is that, you know, state schools have to teach hundreds of thousands of people and in classes of 30, and textbooks and curriculum are set up that way. But there's an awful lot of repetition and an awful lot of content that's not necessary. So if you cut out the repetition and you cut out the content, there's all kinds of time for kids to do other projects and other things that they like and not really fall behind at all.
It's so boring now. Ding!
We find here that the amount of self-motivated stuff that they do and the problem-solving that they do in daily life and on their own here makes them they're much more mature, generally speaking. One of the small problems students have when they go to college here is that they'll come back and they'll say, everybody's acting so silly. They're misbehaving in class. Why are they doing that if they're choosing to go? They don't understand that. They don't understand why people would go to a class and fool about and not do the work properly. So there's a sense of maturity here.
The children who come out of Summerhill, our criteria of success is that our pupils are well-balanced, happy is a funny word, well-balanced, contented human beings who feel at one with their world, at one with their friends and their families, and can continue to have a joyous existence for the rest of their lives. And what is the point of children being in a school or a home environment which is going to make them anxious and neurotic and constantly questing for something they will never achieve? So it's the happiness that's the biggest criteria for us. Our children, we would never consider a child more successful if they became a university professor or if they became somebody who grows potatoes. As long as they're good people enjoying their lives, that's the most important thing.
Well, for me, it is like a second family and a home. And it's just a really nice place because you can, if you want, you could just go out into the woods and lie on there and just daydream for the rest of the day. It's really nice.
Goodbye for now, but join us next week for more insights into the world of education. You can find all our episodes on our website.
Learning World in association with WISE, an initiative of Qatar Foundation.